Former Dancing with the Stars pro Cheryl Burke wasn't at all impressed with the season 33 semifinals. Plenty of viewers have had various complaints about the show, but this happens every year. However, former pros don't always speak out about the show and completely slam the performances or the judges. But after the semifinals came to a close, Cheryl Burke shared her personal opinions with her podcast listeners, even if they were a bit harsh. Cheryl Burke thinks Hough did poorly as the head judge. On a new episode of Sex, Lies, and Spray Tans, Cheryl Burke didn't hold back with her criticism. Overall, she found the episode very lackluster. Her main complaint had a lot to do with judges, primarily Hough. "I'm shocked at Derek's scores, especially tonight," the former DWTS pro shared on her podcast. "Being the main head judge, you're supposed to call out technique when you see it, and now this is twice where he's turned a blind eye to it." More specifically, Cheryl took issue with how Derek judged Joey Graziadei and Jenna Johnson's Foxtrot. They earned a perfect 30/30ths for their Foxtrot to "I Won't Dance" by Aaron Boheme featuring District 78. But Cheryl didn't think it deserved the praise. "I'm a little shocked about Derek's comments about how it was one of the best Foxtrots of all time, and that his frame should be in a museum, when clearly it wasn't a perfect frame," she noted, taking aim at her former colleague. "It wasn't perfect. I'm pretty sure any ballroom coach, judge, or adjudicator would agree. There's no opinion when it comes to frame. It's either right or it's wrong. I gave no 10s, not even close to it, because no one deserved it," Cheryl declared. "And I'm not being negative or bitter, it's just how I see it." Many have grown tired of the former pro's constant jabs at DWTS. Although Max Chmerkovskiy and Cheryl Burke were friends, he's since called her out for her poor attitude about Dancing with the Stars. "All she has about the show is just negative stuff," Max told the Behind the Velvet Rope podcast. "You know, that's all she talks about. Like for so long, and the only foundation for your conversation is negativity. The only people you get on your show are those who were wronged or feel like they were wronged, and they're there to express their wrongness or whatever." What did you think about the semifinals performances? Did you agree with Cheryl Burke's points? Share your own thoughts and ideas in the comments. Be sure to follow TV shows Ace online for the latest DWTS Season 33 news and updates. Catch the Season 33 finale Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. The Dancing with the Stars DWTS Season 33 semifinals may have dazzled some viewers, but for former pro Cheryl Burke, the night left much to be desired. Cheryl, known for her candor and critical eye, didn't hesitate to share her thoughts on her podcast, Sex, Lies, and Spray Tans. From the routines to Hough's judging, Cheryl didn't hold back her critique, sparking heated discussions among fans and the DWTS community alike. For many, the semifinals are a showcase of the best talent the season has to offer. The stakes are high, and emotions run deep as contestants vie for a spot in the final. However, Cheryl Burke, who graced the DWTS stage as a pro for 26 seasons, found the performances underwhelming. In her latest podcast episode, Cheryl dissected the night, calling the overall performances lackluster. While she acknowledged the hard work of the celebrities and their professional partners, she felt the execution didn't live up to semifinal standards. "What I saw on that stage didn't scream semifinals," Cheryl said. "We're supposed to see polished routines, impeccable technique, and the culmination of weeks of training. That wasn't it." Cheryl's harshest critique was reserved for head judge Hough, a fellow DWTS alum known for his own impeccable dancing and choreography. Derek, who took over the head judge position following Len Goodman's departure, has largely received praise for his role. But Cheryl was unimpressed, particularly with his scoring decisions during the semifinals. "I'm shocked at Derek's scores, especially tonight," Cheryl shared. "As the head judge, it's your job to be objective and call out technique when it's off. This is twice now where he's turned a blind eye. She specifically took issue with Derek's glowing comments about Joey Graziadei and Jenna Johnson's Foxtrot. The routine, set to I Won't Dance by Aaron Boheim featuring District 78, earned a perfect 30/30ths. Derek lauded the couple for their artistry, even calling Joey's frame museum-worthy. But Cheryl wasn't buying it. It wasn't a perfect frame. Anyone with ballroom expertise would agree, Cheryl said. There's no gray area when it comes to frame. It's either right or it's wrong, and it was wrong. While Derek and the other judges handed out multiple 10s during the semifinals, Cheryl revealed she wouldn't have given a single one. I gave no 10s, not even close to it, because no one deserved it, she declared on her podcast. And I'm not being negative or bitter, it's just how I see it. This is a competition, and perfection should be earned, not handed out. Cheryl acknowledged that Joey and Jenna's performance was charming and entertaining, but she argued that entertainment value alone shouldn't merit a perfect score. Cheryl's criticisms are nothing new. Over the years, she's become a polarizing figure within the DWTS community, often sharing opinions that spark controversy. Some fans appreciate her honesty, while others find her remarks unnecessarily harsh. Maxim Chmerkovskiy, another former pro and one-time colleague, has been vocal about his frustrations with Cheryl's negativity. All she has about the show is just negative stuff, Max said during an episode of the Behind the Velvet Rope podcast. It's like every time she talks about DWTS, it's only about what's wrong or what could have been better. There's no balance to her commentary. Max went on to suggest that Cheryl's podcast often amplifies grievances from former contestants or pros who feel they were wronged by the show. Cheryl's comments have stirred up mixed reactions among DWTS fans. On social media, some agreed with her assessment of the semifinals, praising her for holding the show to high standards. Others, however, felt she was too harsh and overly critical of Derek Hough. One Twitter user wrote, "Cheryl isn't wrong about technique, but her tone is so negative. It feels like she's attacking the show instead of offering constructive criticism." Another fan countered, "We need more voices like Cheryl's. She's not afraid to call out what others won't. DWTS has gotten too lenient with its scoring, and it's about time someone said it." While some critics accuse Cheryl of harboring bitterness toward DWTS, she insists her critiques come from a place of love for the art of dance. "I've dedicated my life to dance, and I care deeply about this show," she said. "When I criticize, it's not to tear anyone down, but to push for excellence. DWTS has the power to inspire millions, and we shouldn't settle for anything less than the best." Derek Hough, known for his calm and diplomatic demeanor, has yet to directly address Cheryl's comments. However, sources close to the judge suggest he's aware of the criticism, but prefers to focus on his role rather than engage in public spats. Derek respects Cheryl's opinions, but believes judging is subjective, an insider shared. He stands by his decisions and feels that Joey and Jenna delivered a stellar performance worthy of their scores. Despite the backlash, Cheryl shows no signs of softening her opinions. Her podcast continues to attract listeners who appreciate her unfiltered takes, and she remains a prominent voice in the dance community. As for DWTS, the season 33 finale is just around the corner, and fans are eagerly anticipating the crowning of the Mirrorball champion. Whether Cheryl tunes in remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, her critiques will continue to fuel conversations about the show's direction and standards. Cheryl Burke's journey with DWTS has been nothing short of iconic, from winning 2 Mirrorball trophies to becoming one of the show's most outspoken critics. She's left an indelible mark on the franchise. While her recent comments have sparked controversy, they've also reignited debates about the integrity of judging and the evolution of the show. Love her or hate her, Cheryl Burke's passion for dance and her pursuit of excellence Ensure her voice will always be part of the DWTS conversation. What do you think about Cheryl's criticisms? Was she too harsh or did she have a point? Share your thoughts in the comments below.